So this morning we're going to practice some recall. And off the bat, you see one of the downsides of using a longer training lead as opposed to something like a flexi or a retractable leash. You can definitely help to offset this problem by perfectly coiling it up before putting it away. But especially sometimes when you're doing multiple dogs a day, you won't always have time to undo and redo between each one. So you just end up putting it away quickly like a normal human being that has other things to do. And then this is generally going to be your outcome. It's not going to be too bad. Might just take a little bit to untangle. It's just something to take note of. Got the hat camera going, so hopefully the angle is going to be okay. He's already getting antsy, wants to kind of do something. You can tell by his crying. I have him on just his normal leash until I can get him clipped. Good part about this one is it has a double-ended leash, so you can wrap this around a tree or around itself. I have it on my belt right now, so that way I don't have to hold on to the other side, and I'll be able to use both of my hands to help manipulate the leash, as well as, hopefully giving him a reward for doing the right thing. This is a 30-foot leash. Highly recommend not going beyond that. A 20-foot might also be okay. You want something to have enough leeway that they don't feel connected to you, and you can recall over a distance, or with having some obstacles in between blocking and break line of sight. So anything shorter than 20 feet might be a problem. But I find that anything longer than 30 is definitely always too cumbersome to use, unless you're out in like a wide open football field or a park. We'll be practicing in this open court. It's going to be pretty quiet because it's a weekday morning. And then we also have a field over there as well that we can practice with. Okay, looks like we are almost about set. This lead is nice because it has an additional handle that you can use. And you can also clip it shorter to itself as well to cut the distance in half. We'll want to use at least the 30 feet. We'll see if we need the whole thing or not, but I like to start off with longer at first, and we'll shorten it up as we go along. Right now we also have him on a harness that just kind of pulls in on itself when he pulls, just from the back instead of uncomfortably from the front. So our main issue with him still walking around was the fact that he would trip over the leash. We'd have to stop to untangle it constantly. Good boy. So we're just gonna walk, and I'm gonna reward him every time he comes back to me on his own. So I have to be very careful of rope burn, and you can kind of see because we're dragging at such length, he still might get tangled up a little bit in his lead. And keep an eye out for cars. I'm gonna try to tug him away from whatever that is because we can't tell from here. Boy, yes, come. Good boy. So that was more of a prompted recall, just because we did it off of the leash pressure. And try to keep him still away from foreign things whenever possible here. Shouldn't be quite as bad, but there's definitely still trash around the neighborhood. Good boy. Accidentally stepped on the leash that time, but at least he responded to the leash pressure. Every time I noticed he's gonna kind of get distracted with his nose, I'm gonna turn around and go the other way. I'm gonna stop here before we're out of leash. And reward him for coming back. I want a lot of this to be unprompted at first. Good boy. But still reward him in the same kind of heel position. Then walk with him for a bit. Good boy. I'm gonna stay away from that area. Good boy. So you can see there, he's able to refocus on us as we were turning. Good boy. Back again. Good boy. Good job. Walking around. I'm preloading and getting ready, treats in my hand. That way, as soon as he comes back, I'll have the reward ready for him to go. And all he has to do is just check back in for it. Another positive of using a freedom leash is you won't have to wash it almost nearly as often as with long training leads. It looked like he almost cleared that for the most part. As with long training leads though, when you're going through the grass and the mud and things, you'll definitely have to wash it pretty frequently. You want to also make sure before you wash it that you tie it up and secure it really well. Good boy. Try to stay away from all the bushes and shrubs over there. Hopefully not get tangled up. Same with this box. I'm going to go around it with him. Get our extra leash in. Okay. Start walking away now. Good boy. Okay, so now that he's kind of passing me, I'm gonna go ahead and turn around. Start walking the other way. Good boy. And reward him in that same spot for coming back on his own. Boy. The reason why I want to start unprompted is because he's already got that separation anxiety. So I want to reward him for coming back naturally when he's unsure of something and sticking close without having to be asked. And then as we continue on later with the exercise, either today or tomorrow, we want him to kind of prompt into that recall. Good boy. That way we can do it on command as well. But I want him to feel like he has the freedom that he has to do whatever he wants, and then just gets rewarded for returning after he gets to relax and investigate and kind of see there a little bit of urine on the lead. Good boy. And then when he comes back, gets a treat. I just walk away. I want to try to create distance between me and him. If he follows, great. If he sustains a follow, I will definitely reward that as well. But my goal here is almost to go the opposite way that he's going, so that way he has to catch up to me for that reward. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. So he shot past. I'm gonna turn around. For the camera's sake, I'll watch him for you as well. Good. So he notices that I've gone the other way. He races to catch back up. Good boy. Good job. Good boy. Let's start walking together. Good boy. Got a pup up there that's barking at him. Boy, yes. So now when he sees that I'm going the other way and turns with me, I'm going to go ahead and immediately reward that. Yes, good boy. Get some more treats ready, because now he's actually following me, which is really good. You can bait him along as well. Yes, good boy. So long as he's paying attention to me, I can lure him and let him know that I'm going to be turning. If he's too far in front, then he has to recall on his own to catch up with me. Good boy. And now what we've developed here is just that free engagement with him healing with me. Good boy. Noticing when I turned, and I just reward that. Good boy. Yeah, you're doing so good. You're doing so good. The grass is very wet. You also want to be careful not to trip over the leash yourself. Good boy. Right. Yes. Good. So now that we have his attention, I want to direct him up to my eye line. Good boy. So we can get that focus as well. Yes. Good. Good boy. Good. Good boy. Good heel. Heel. Good. I'm going to start integrating the word heel when he has both the good positioning and focus on me. As both a positive marker and a way to communicate that I'm about to turn and go a different way. Nice distractor. Good boy. We can go ahead and reward that. Good boy. So what I'm looking for here now is for him to get distracted again with his nose. Right? Either overshoot or disengage. In which time I'm going to change direction, and I'm going to prompt the heel command to let him know that I'm doing so, and I'd like him to return back to that spot. He's doing a really good job of following me though, so I'm going to go ahead and just reward that. Good boy. See if he'll overshoot now. There we go. Bones. Heel. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Now that he's following me again, I'm just gonna go ahead and start going the opposite direction. Good boy. all we're doing is rewarding his refocus. Now we're starting to also prompt it as well. Gonna go ahead and change environments. Grass is still pretty wet. Shoes are getting wet. Socks are getting wet. Maybe that time of year, switch to the boots. A little bit more urine on the lead. And what I'll usually do is just spray down the about like 4 to 6 feet that's closest to him between uses to help with that, and then do like an actual wash a couple times a week. You also want to be careful when practicing something like this at like a dog park. It's not, unfortunately, not everybody picks up. Same around this area. I know the field is relatively clean, but can also have stuff there sometimes too. So we want to try to keep as sanitary as possible, because we'll also be handling the leash and then also getting treats for him. Like working in this environment where we can kind of do the same thing. Good boy. But we stay a little bit drier, a little bit cleaner. Good boy. Good job. Up here. Good. I'm practicing with him on the sit as well. Good boy. Yes. Come. Good boy. Yes. Bones. Heel. Good boy. Good job. Good boy. So we're gonna go ahead and do this for anywhere from like a half hour or so, and then give him a break. He's got a little bit of something there. Go ahead and let his parents know about that. I don't know what he cut it on. He didn't yelp or anything, so take a look at it, make sure that it's nice and clean. Good boy. Go ahead and end off on another sit here. Sit. Good boy. Good sit. Take a picture first, parents. Good boy. All right, we'll go ahead and pause here so I can clean that up.